Maintain our staggered position.
Then as the following group comes along, the two back markers will beckon him back in to join the group again.
Come on, beckon.
And it's as simple as that.
Can you do that again? I missed it.
We'll do it again. We'll talk it again. So what we're doing is basically second man drop. We'll get to a corner. Whoever lead riders will mark a corner. We'll ask the next person behind to stop on that corner in a safe, sensible position. If you can stick your hazards on, brilliant, but in a safe, sensible position, and it's up to you to pick that position. Bear in mind, some of the corners we get to are going to be, bloody hell, where do I stop? You've got to somehow think to yourself, Christ, I've got to show the following riders where we're going, a direction. Some chapters you'll notice actually will put a hand out and sit like this. They'll sit before the corner, but you've got to be visible for the following group ride. So that's the most important thing. So we get to a corner, you will mark the route. You'll stop, hazards on, mark the route. The group will all come past you until you see the two back markers. The back markers this year have got high vises on like this. Next year what we're going to be doing is putting a different colour high vis for the back markers to make sure we don't get muddled up. And when you see those two coming, the two back markers coming, mostly two, they will be doing this for you to join in. Be ready. I think Pete sort of makes the point about don't wait for them to get to you, then think, oh, here we go. Be ready to go. Watch the group coming through, and as the group gets supplies to everybody, as the group gets to you, as the tail end of the group gets to you, be rolling forward, ready to move, so the group keeps flowing through the corner away from the junction. Yeah? So is that clear? Yeah? Cool. Now, now, is anybody not happy to do that? Because that's another important point, because some group rides we go on, we get a sneaking suspicion that some people ain't too happy doing it. Because if you aren't happy doing it, please make yourself, please make yourself known to one of the road crew, and we'll just take you off to one side, talk it through again, and tell you where to go within the pack so that you actually avoid having the necessity to do a second man drop. Yeah? So I think they're all the sort of valid points that we wanted to pick up and raise with you guys today, especially for the new people to group ride. Appreciate you've been riding bikes for donkey's years maybe, but group riding is all about being safe and respectful. Well, yeah, what we can do today, in fairness, Mel, is perhaps if they're happy to start, I'm going to ask, we're going to split into two groups today, and we'll take a couple of the guys, we'll be at the front, or pretty near the front, to do an early second man drop, perhaps, I don't know, four or five places down. Yeah, that's right, we'll go through Roxton. Indeed. So they're the sort of important points of second man drop. Now there are a host of other different riding techniques that we need to consider in this little listing. Things like joining dual carriageways, overtaking as a group, all these other bits and pieces which we could spend all day talking about. The sun is shining, we want to get riding. So please, please, please read those guidelines. They are guidelines, they're purely guidelines, and absorb that information.